Hello and welcome back. My name is Philly. I love exploring history and the financial world, and here on this channel I share some of the biggest financial scandals in a calm and soothing way, so you can listen, learn, and maybe even drift off to sleep. Tonight's story is about a man whose name has become synonymous with betrayal and greed, Bernie Madoff. His scheme wasn't just a fraud. It was the largest Ponzi scheme in history, worth around $65 billion. So, get comfortable, close your eyes if you want to, and let's begin. Bernard Lawrence Madoff, born in 1938 in Queens, New York, didn't come from great wealth. In 1960, with just $5,000 saved from lifeguarding and installing sprinklers, he started his own investment firm, Bernard L. Madoff Investment Securities. Madoff was ambitious, charming, and smart. He built a reputation as an innovator. He was among the first to use computers to match buyers and sellers on Wall Street. His firm became highly respected. He moved in elite circles, served as chairman of NASDAQ, and attracted wealthy clients, charities, even celebrities. To the outside world, Bernie Madoff was a financial genius and a man of trust. For decades, Madoff promised investors something almost magical: steady returns, around 10 to 12% every year, no matter what the markets did. This was irresistible. While markets went up and down, Madoff's clients seemed to enjoy perfect consistency. But behind the scenes, there was no miracle strategy. There were no brilliant stock picks, no secret formulas. Instead, it was a Ponzi scheme. He paid old investors with money from new investors. The illusion worked because Madoff carefully cultivated trust. He refused some investors to appear exclusive. He didn't send digital statements. He mailed paper ones, printed in-house. The deception was simple, but powerful. Some people grew suspicious. One man in particular, Harry Markopolos, tried to sound the alarm as early as the late 1990s. He calculated that Madoff's strategy was mathematically impossible. He warned the SEC, the U.S. financial regulator, multiple times. But regulators dismissed or ignored his reports. Madoff was too respected, too connected. His aura of credibility blinded the very institutions meant to protect investors. In 2008, the global financial crisis shook the world. Investors panicked and wanted to withdraw their money. Suddenly, Madoff couldn't keep up. On December 10, 2008, he confessed to his sons that his entire business was one big lie. The next day, they turned him in to the FBI. When agents arrived at his Manhattan apartment, Madoff simply said, "Resigned. There is no innocent explanation." The scheme collapsed overnight. Thousands of investors, from ordinary retirees to powerful institutions, discovered their life savings were gone. The total? About $65 billion in paper wealth had vanished. In 2009, Bernie Madoff pleaded guilty to 11 federal crimes. He was sentenced to 150 years in prison. The damage was enormous. Foundations closed. Pensions disappeared. Charities collapsed. Even large banks had losses in the billions. For victims, the betrayal was deeply personal. Many had trusted Madoff not only with their money, but with their futures. Efforts to recover money have continued for years. Trustees managed to claw back billions through lawsuits, but many victims never recovered what they lost. And so ends the story of Bernie Madoff, a man who rose from humble beginnings to become a symbol of greed and deception. His scheme reminded the world of a painful truth. If something seems too good to be true, it probably is. Thank you for listening. I'm Philly, and I share these stories to help you relax, drift off to sleep, and maybe reflect a little on history and finance along the way. If you enjoyed this bedtime finance story, consider subscribing for more tales of scandal, greed, and lessons from the financial world. Good night.